So one of them was Tav Shalom Ches. Tav Shalom Ches, I was standing right next to the Rebbe. At that time, I was 7 years old. Tav Shalom Ches. And I still remember that night very, very clearly. There's very few things you remember when you're 7 years old, but I remember I stood, let's say, a foot from the Rebbe. And I remember then the Rebbe becoming pale and breathing heavy and sitting down in his chair. Remember, I'm a little kid there. I'm watching the way everyone's smashing the windows in the Vaibishul. Some of you on this call may remember or not. And I remember them bringing up a pitcher of water. Remember the sink that was right outside 770, right outside the shul. They passed a quart up, and then they passed a cup of water, and the Rebbe didn't take anything. And I remember I stayed there with my father till the shul emptied out. You can imagine a 7-year-old child watching the commotion around you. It was like pretty overwhelming. The Rebbe didn't want to drink out of the sukkah. And then the Rebbe left the shul very slowly after everybody left. And I was standing there with the Rebbe. But I remember what still is always in my mind is what happened the next night. Again, I was a young child. And I still remember 770. I don't know if any of you on this Zoom remember this. But the whole 770 was singing that night. The Rebbe is gesund, the Rebbe is gesund, the Rebbe is gesund. And as a young boy, you remember the dancing. People were crying and celebrating and besimcha. And it was, the Rebbe wasn't in the shul that night. So you think of all the akafas that I was throughout my life, from Tavshin, Shrabi Lamed Hey, Tul Mem Gimel Mem Daled, I was standing right next to the Rebbe, a foot away, the front. And then later on, I stood next to where the Rebbe danced. But I still remember the ava and the concern and the love and the simcha of the next night dancing downstairs while the Rebbe was upstairs singing the niggun. The Rebbe is gesund, the Rebbe is gesund. And that was a memory that I won't forget.